My disease is threefold, and the solution to my disease is found in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Mi enfermedad tiene tres aspectos y la solución para mi enfermedad está escrita en el libro grande de Alcohólicos Anónimos.
Which is talk about divine. It is an amazing book.
Que si nos ponemos a hablar de divino, el libro de Alcohólicos Anónimos es divino.
So my story is, I was born to a mother who was on the pill, just got married. It was an arranged marriage in Turkey. Her abusive husband moved her to Switzerland, where she did not know the language.
Mi historia es que yo soy hija de una mujer que se casó con un... Did you say an arranged marriage?
An arranged marriage.
Era un matrimonio convenido, arreglado. Estando en la píldora anticonceptiva, su esposo abusivo la mudó a Suiza, donde ella no conocía a nadie ni en el lenguaje.
And my mother was very beautiful, like Sophia Loren.
Y mi mamá era muy guapa, como Sofía Loren.
And when my father left during the day, he locked the
Y
apartment.
cuando mi papá se iba, cuando mi papá se iba a trabajar, la encerraba bajo llave.
She was held prisoner,
La mantenía presa.
and she was pregnant with me.
Y estaba embarazada conmigo.
And that was my beginning.
Y ese fue el principio de mi vida.
So I believe spiritually,
Creo espiritualmente,
I don't know if that was the cause,
no sé si esa fue la causa,
but I always had this hole inside my
pero
soul.
siempre he tenido un agujero grande en mi alma.
I always felt there was something terribly wrong with me
Siempre he sentido que algo estaba horriblemente mal conmigo
and horribly wrong with the world.
y terriblemente mal con todo el mundo.
And frankly, I never felt suicidal, but I just didn't want to be here.
Realmente nunca me sentí suicida, pero yo no quería estar aquí.
So my mom divorced this man and we moved to Canada.
Mi mamá se divorció de este hombre y nos fuimos a Canadá.
She remarried somebody who was in the military, and we moved every 2 years.
Se casó con otra persona que estaba en el ejército y nos mudábamos cada 2 años.
So at this time, I was anorexic, and I decided to become a ballerina, and so I just spent my days not eating, but still obsessing about food.
En esta época estaba anoréxica y decidí ser una bailarina, así que pasaba todos mis días sin comer, pero todo el día pensando en la comida.
But beneath that, I never had friends.
Pero antes de... No tenía ningún amigo, no tenía amigos.
And I didn't understand how people could talk. Like I would go to school and people would talk about things that I thought were so superficial. And I didn't understand how to talk with these people. They were just so superficial, talking about things that didn't matter. I had wanted to talk about important things.
Yo iba a la escuela y estaban todos estos amigos que hablaban de cosas tan superficiales y tan banales. Yo quería hablar de algo importante, de algo significativo.
So I found maybe a little bit of my tribe in the ballet.
Creo que encontré un poquito de mi gente en
Because
el
we
ballet,
had one thing to sort of.
porque teníamos una cosa en común para enfocarnos.
But then when I auditioned 3 times and didn't get accepted,
Pero
I
después,
quit.
cuando audicioné 3 veces y no me aceptaron, renuncié.
And all that hard work down the drain.
Y todo ese trabajo a la coladera.
And I began to eat huge volumes of food. And
Y
because
empecé
I
a
didn't,
comer increíbles cantidades de comida.
and because I didn't want to get fat, I threw up.
Y como no quería engordar, vomitaba.
And I became so good at it, I just bent over and out it came.
Y aprendí también que nada más me doblaba y
Muy fácil. Pero, if anybody's tried it, after throwing up, your appetite is now 10 times more.
Pero si alguna vez lo he intentado y has sido bulímica, cuando acabas de vomitar, tienes 10 veces más hambre.
And so now I'm living on my own and I'm spending my rent money, my school money, everything, every penny I had on food.
Entonces ahora todo el dinero que tenía me lo estaba gastando en comida.
I wanted to become a famous actor or rock star. It didn't matter as long as I was famous.
Yo quería ser famosa a todo lugar.
So I moved to Los Angeles without a plan. I had no visa, no, because I'm Canadian, remember, no visa, didn't know anybody in Los Angeles, and no money in my pocket.
Tenía ciudadanía de Canadá, me mudé a Los Ángeles para ser famosa, no tenía plan, no tenía visa, no tenía dinero, no tenía trabajo.
I did not become a famous actor. But I did become homeless. I lived in a van.
Todo lo contrario, me quedé sin casa y vivía en una camioneta.
It's a 1960s, you have to tell them the brand.
Okay.
1966 Volkswagen pop-top camper.
Era una camioneta 1966 Volkswagen.
For 7 months, and it was in 1991, and Los Angeles was having torrential rains, houses were sliding down the hill.
Allí viví 7 meses, en una época en que había lluvia torrencial, las colinas de Los Ángeles estaban desgajando.
And here I was in my van.
Y yo estaba allí en mi camioneta.
And that was my idea of what I deserved in life.
Y esa era mi idea de lo que yo merecía en la vida.
And I had abandoned God by then.
Y ya para entonces yo había abandonado a Dios.
Then the day my van broke down, I got accepted. They had an extra bed in the West Hollywood Homeless Organization.
El día en que se descompuso mi camioneta, me aceptaron en una albergue para gente vagabunda sin casa.
Oh, it's my time.
No.
And then I think this story is going to be way too long. I'm going to shorten it. And I lived in the West Hollywood Homeless Organization for another 7 months.
Y viví en ese albergue por otros 7 meses.
To make a long story even longer, I did meet at a laundromat a woman who, to this day, she has now 40 years of GreySheet
Conocí en
abstinence.
la lavandería a una mujer que el día de hoy tiene 40 años de abstinencia de GreySheet.
I had been going to other meetings that ended with A. I saw her there. But I did not know that she had any problems with food because she was in a thin
Yo
body.
había ido a Alcohólicos Anónimos, no tenía idea de que tenía problemas con la comida porque ella estaba viviendo en un cuerpo suelto.
And for reasons I still don't know today, only God,
Y por alguna razón que todavía no comprendo,
I sat down with this almost perfect stranger and told her my problems about food.
me senté con esta perfecta desconocida y le conté todos mis problemas con la comida.
And she looked at me with her clear eyes and she says, well, you know, I do GreySheet.
Y entonces ella me vio con sus ojos diáfanos y me dijo, bueno, sabes, yo hago la GreySheet.
And for lunch, I get 3 raw vegetables and they're as big as I want.
Y me dijo que de lunch podía comer 3 vegetales crudos y que podían ser grandes, tan grandes como yo quisiera.
And she says, I love my food.
Y dijo, me encanta mi comida.
I didn't know I was allowed to love my
Yo
food.
no sabía que tenía permiso para disfrutar mi comida.
That was a Thursday.
Eso fue un jueves.
The meeting was on Saturday,
La junta fue el sábado.
and I've been weighing and measuring ever
Y
since.
desde entonces he empezado y medido mi comida.
So I owe my life to GreySheet.
Le debo mi vida a GreySheet.
In abstinence, I met the man of my dreams.
En GreySheet Anónimos conocí al hombre de mis sueños.
I had 2 children.
Tuve 2
Abstinente.
niños, abstinente.
I divorced the man of my dreams. And I've been weighing and measuring and making a life for myself.
Y sigo pesando y midiendo mi comida y haciendo una vida para mí.
And so the problem of the spiritual malady is still with me. It's like mountains that you climb and then you see the next mountain range.
El problema de la enfermedad espiritual allí sigue. Es como escalar una colina. Oh, that's just like the Day of the Dead.
Sí.
Exactly, like that. Escalas una colina y luego bajas y luego vuelves a escalar otra. Exactamente como la calzada de los muertos de donde vivimos en Teotihuacán, que te subes una y luego te bajas y te subes otra y te bajas.
Es porque necesito ir, soy mexicana. And por ejemplo, I see my life and sometimes I'm astonished at how selfish sometimes I still am.
veo mi vida y algunas veces me sorprendo de qué egoísta todavía soy.
And how I can collect resentments
Y cómo puedo coleccionar resentimientos
and hold on to them.
y retenerlos.
And how I can feel self-pity still. I can go into that. That's time. So that's perfect timing. So my work today, so look, we put the plug in the jug for food, but the real work is me, to try and become a person that is in communion with God.
Entonces sí, dejé de comer al centro, pero el verdadero trabajo, el verdadero labor es cambiarme yo para poder vivir en comunidad con Dios.
And this is not for anyone.
Y esto no es para cualquiera.
If you read the literature from Alcoholics Anonymous, our founders expected much from themselves.
Si lee la literatura de Alcohólicos Anónimos, te das cuenta de que los cofundadores esperaban muchísimo de sí mismos.
And by joining this program, I make a commitment to expect much from myself.
Y al unirme a este programa, hago un compromiso de esperar mucho acerca de mí misma.
Because to whom much is given, all the food we get,
Porque al que mucho se le da, toda esa comida.
much is expected.
Se espera mucho de nosotros.
Gracias.
Si les gustaron estas dos ponencias, pónganse el cinturón de seguridad. Tengo el honor de presentar a mi compañera Anne de Francia, que tiene una historia que se van a quedar ¡wow!
Wow.
So, hello, my name is Anne. I'm a compulsive overeater.
Hi, Anne.
I eat free weight and measure meals a day from the GreySheet. I commit them to my sponsor. I don't eat in between my meals no matter what, and abstinence is the most important thing in my life. And my abstinence date is the 7th of June, 1992.
7 de junio de 1992, 30 años de abstinencia.
So I just want to say about that it went very fast.
Yes.
Lo que quiero decir es que 30 años se fueron así.
Even if when I started GreySheet, I still want to do it until the end. I'm very surprised how it went so fast. Where are the years?
Cuando yo empecé la GreySheet, yo dije, pues la voy a hacer hasta el último día de mi vida, pero hoy estoy sumamente sorprendida, qué rápido se fue.
Without exception, 3 meals a day, it's like...
Sin excepción, 3 comidas al día.
I can't explain that, but I did
No puedo
that.
explicarlo, pero pasó, sucedió.
And before telling my story, I would like to share about my feelings at the moment.
Antes de contar mi historia, quiero compartirles mis sentimientos en este momento.
Because when I was binging to be numb and to not feel any kind of feeling. I didn't know what the feeling was.
Porque cuando yo estaba atracándome, estaba completamente anestesiada en mis sentimientos. No podía decodificar lo que sentía.
So it took me years to feel my feelings. So
Me
I
tomó
am happy.
muchísimos años para sentir mis sentimientos.
So I am happy to share.
Estoy muy feliz de poder compartir lo que siento.
I feel very happy to be with you.
Me siento sumamente feliz de estar con ustedes.
To have spent the day in the pyramids.
De pasar el día en las pirámides.
And you know, it gives me a kind of adrenaline.
Yes,
this kind of thing that in all my body.
Lo siento en todo mi cuerpo.
It's a very, very good feeling.
Es una sensación muy buena.
So I can feel this
Lo puedo
feeling.
sentir.
Sometimes I am sad and I can feel that I am sad. And I am happy to be sad because, yeah, it's a feeling. I can feel. It's life. It's life.
Es la vida.
And also knowing that I am 60 and I was able to walk, to have a body, normal body.
Tengo 60 años y pude trabajar toda mi vida. Sí.
Do not have a health problem, to be able to follow to be with you.
No he tenido problemas, puedo viajar.
So this was why that was missing what I was binging, because I was alone, disconnected with people, with
Eso es lo que
life.
me faltaba, porque cuando yo estaba atracando me estaba aislada, sola, desconectada de la vida.
Yes, so thank you for that very good feeling, because I know that I have a very good memories of those kinds of feelings. So when I will be in France, life is, I will think about that, and it works for me.
Cuando todas estas emociones que yo tengo es como una alcancía. Cuando yo regrese a Francia y la gente se afecte y la vida sea vida, yo voy a la alcancía de este sentimiento que estoy sintiendo ahorita.
And when I was in the retreat in Madrid, it
Cuando
was
fui al retiro en
in
Madrid,
September on my anniversary.
en Madrid cayó su aniversario, era su aniversario 30 y su cumpleaños 60.
I was 60 on the 11th of September in Madrid, and the community gave me a very good party.
Y entonces la comunidad en el retiro le hicimos tremenda fiesta a la madre.
Gifts and
Regalos,
cards,
cantamos las
a lot of things.
mañanitas y todo eso.
And I kept that feeling until now.
Y todo ese sentimiento, toda esa emoción de mis 60 años y mis 30 años, lo guardé en una alcancía y me duró hasta hoy.
So this is what I think when I say that GreySheet gave me a life.
GreySheeters me dio una vida.
Because my background was that I was binging about when I was a teenager, so I was bigger, maybe 20 kilos, 30 kilos more, but I was not enjoying my body and my mind. I didn't have friends, so I was very loneliness, sad.
And then, estaba atracándome, pues no podía disfrutar mi vida. Estaba sola y estaba triste.
And then the worst was I was vomiting 4 times a day.
Lo peor era cuando vomitaba 4 veces al día.
So at one point it was too much. It was the last.
A un punto ya no pude más.
The life or death.
Era cuestión de vida o muerte.
And I was not able, because I was so confused, to choose about life or death.
Estaba sumamente confundida, no sabía si quería vivir o morir.
Someone who is quite normal would say, of course, choose life.
Una persona normal diría, por supuesto, elige la vida.
But I wasn't able to choose, and my sister chose for me.
Mi hermana fue la que
and she said, go to GreySheet and say.
Me dijo, vete a los GreySheeters y salva tu vida.
And when I discovered GreySheet, 7th of June, and I had only one sponsor.
Solamente tenía una madrina. Descubrí GreySheeters en junio.
Bad French and me bad English, so it was like.
Ella hablaba muy mal francés y yo hablaba muy mal inglés.
So my first tool of recovery was to learn English.
Entonces mi primera misión para poder estar abstinente en GreySheeters fue aprender inglés.
So she gave me papers in English. So
me dio muchos papeles que tenía que estudiar en inglés.
I didn't have this kind of dictionary. So the dictionary that worked.
Teníamos el diccionario del otro, el antiguito, así de página.
And I was quite alone doing GreySheet in France. Without WhatsApp, Zoom.
No había WhatsApp, no había
the language, no, where GreySheet people were.
No había GreySheeters en mi comunidad, tampoco tenía comunidades.
Communication very expensive, and also I couldn't talk in English with people because.
Y además no podía hablar en inglés entonces.
So I did my best to. It was a little bit difficult, but I knew that GreySheet was the only solution.
Era sumamente difícil, pero sabía que GreySheet es la única solución para mí.
And I believed in GreySheet. I don't know why,
but creía en GreySheet, no estoy muy segura por qué.
Yes, and so little by little it became easier.
Y poco a poco se me hizo cada vez más fácil.
The withdrawal was very difficult because I was quite alone, not being able, like today when I feel sad, I call you. I have many numbers now.
Era difícil porque pues yo no tenía comunidad alrededor de mí, no tenía teléfono, yo el teléfono era muy caro y no lo había yo.
Yes, so it was, the withdrawal lasted 14 months, which is very long.
Todo ese periodo duró 14 meses.
But if it were today, I think it would be shorter.
Pero ahora no sería tan largo.
Yes, and so I love this idea of the withdrawal because I knew that at one point the cravings will disappear forever.
Su síndrome de supresión duró 14 meses, 14 meses, un año cuando teniendo la ansiedad de volver a comer y sintiendo la desintoxicación, 14 meses.
And one day, I knew that the cravings were.
Y un día dije, wow, ya no tengo el deseo de comer.
And then it's like.
Entonces ya empezó mi vida.
And Grania was talking about no matter what, and I had my no matter what, of course, because I am.
Grania estaba diciendo,
because of age.
Pase lo que pase. Por supuesto que yo sé lo que eso pasa, pero lo que pasa.
But now, when I think I have forgotten about all those suffering about life, divorce, and I can't remember because I just focused on the good moments of my abstinent life.
Pero ahora ya ni siquiera me acuerdo de la tragedia, ¿verdad? De todo eso, de las dificultades del principio de GreySheeters Anónimos, de mi divorcio, de los problemas, porque ahora tengo la capacidad de enfocarme solamente en las partes buenas de mi vida.
And I had very, very good times in GreySheet.
He tenido unos días maravillosos en GreySheet.
But also in the other areas of my life.
Y en otras áreas de mi vida.
GreySheet is not only my life, it's a part of my life.
GreySheet no es toda mi vida, es parte de mi vida.
I really enjoy doing my job with the children. I really enjoyed
Disfruté muchísimo mi trabajo con niños.
Discovering what to do if I not binge. So I didn't have a clue.
Eso es lo que pude hacer por no estar atracándome.
So I tried a lot of things, and I found that dancing was very good, playing cards, walking in nature,
que disfruto ahora en vez de comer.
Discussing with people about nothing. I love that. Having a coffee with someone, going with friends, doing whatever I follow.
Hay muchas cosas que disfruto que no son comida.
Traveling is very good. And I was with GreySheet people in Iceland. I really enjoyed going to Iceland, but it was not my intention to go to Iceland.
Fui a Islandia y conocí gente.
Why in Iceland?
GreySheeters de Iceland. No, yo ni siquiera sabía que iba a Iceland, pero fui a Iceland.
Beautiful.
Precioso lugar.
And it was not my intention to come here.
Tampoco era mi intención venir aquí, y aquí estoy.
So I don't know why I am here, but I just experiment things and I just enjoy that.
Experimento las cosas buenas de la vida.
And so life is good in this way because of I am doing GreySheet. I'm very serious about GreySheet, but in between, I am little bit. I try to be not too serious.
Estoy muy comprometida y completamente seria acerca de mi participación en GreySheeters Anónimos, pero en el resto de mi vida trato de no ser tan seria.
And I don't know what to say, but I would have liked to have a big community in France.
Me encantaría tener esta comunidad en Francia.
But the French people say to me that I am very courageous, and I believe it's true because I need courage to do GreySheet, and it is on the serenity prayer. Give me the courage, and
los franceses vienen y me preguntan, pero me falta el valor, creo.
So they don't want to weigh and measure. They don't want to not have sugar. They want to do their own thing.
Quieren hacer su propia versión de GreySheeters.
But at the same time, they want the same result as
Pero al
me.
mismo tiempo quieren los mismos resultados que tengo yo.
And so at one point, I have give up about having a big community in France.
En un punto ya renuncié al sueño de tener una gran comunidad en Francia.
And I decided to focus on the world.
Y decidí enfocarme en el mundo.
And I really love the GreySheet world.
Y conozco el mundo de GreySheet y lo amo.
I do some service. I don't enjoy this word. Some people know, because it's like for me it's I think about, like, I have a child, a daughter, and I did a lot of things for her so far. Now she's 35, but
Tengo una hija de 35
I never
años.
thought about giving service with her.
Y entonces no me gusta la palabra
It was
servicio,
just,
porque yo tengo una hija de 35 años y todo lo que yo hice por ella no fue servicio.
no, it was love.
Era amor.
And it's exactly the same for me with GreySheet.
Y es lo mismo para GreySheet. Yo no hago servicio en GreySheet.
Yes, I just do what I love in GreySheet.
Yo nada más hago lo que me fascina hacer en GreySheet.
Like being here.
Como estar aquí.
Like on Sunday, because I am the delegate of the French Zoom meeting, we have one.
Soy delegada de
So
la opinión de
to be a part of this World Conference, it's like exciting.
Participar en la reunión en francés es sumamente emocionante.
And there is, at the moment, there is one man in France who is doing GreySheet, abstinent. And he is living, I am living in the north of France, and he's living in the south. But we meet once a month in Paris, in Cap, Paris. And to share one meal, one meeting, one workshop.
Para compartir una comida, una reunión y un taller.
We invite all the people who are doing GreySheet in France, of course. But there is always something, a Zoom meeting, an appointment. So finally, there are only the two of us. And next meeting, we will work on the public information, because it's very important to let people know that GreySheet exists. And then we will have time to share together, but I would be happy to know you better.
Gracias.